I don't know if y'all would rather have the new structure deck. Are you kidding? I want to give a huge shout out and a thank you to my sponsor, P2 Collectibles, located at 204 East McGallard Road in Muncie and on eBay as well. So next time you're here in Muncie, let us know. Come give us a visit. So yeah, here we are at almost 500 subscribers. I think at the time of this video it's like 447 subscribers. Either way, I appreciate everything y'all do. Y'all watch the videos, subscribe, comment, like. Even if you don't like the videos and you want to critique them, and you do that in the comments, that's cool, man. I appreciate everything y'all do. To show my appreciation, I want to do another giveaway, and I am going to either be giving away the new structure deck, packs of, I think Spirit Warriors is a new one, or we can do Circuit Break. Whatever y'all want, just let me know down in the comments section below, and I will work with my sponsor to get something together for y'all. To do so, you need to enter by liking this video, subscribing, or commenting on this video. Well, all three of the above. And you will be entered in a drawing, which I will do probably live, as I've usually done. And yeah, I'll select the winner. And I just appreciate everything y'all do. If we make it to 500 subscribers, I will announce the winner. And until next time, y'all, appreciate everything you do. And we're going to be going into the deck profile right now. Hey, what is up, y'all? This is Alex from Plus 2 TCG, and I'm coming at y'all with a deck profile today for Melodious Divas. Now, this deck is really slow, and it's mainly oriented around the little soft lock that you can make, but that doesn't become as relevant until we get Ostinato, which is a card that is over in the OCG, and TCG does not have it yet. But once we get that, it becomes a little more viable for casual play. Definitely not competitive play because this deck is very slow. But man, is it fun to try to get the Elegy Melodious lock out. The Elegy Aria lock, I should say. But without further ado, let's just hop into the profile. We have two Melodious, or two Elegy to start off, because this is the combo, or part of the combo. We're trying to see this special summoned along with Aria, the Melodious Diva. If you can get Aria and Elegy both special summoned, Aria, while this special summon card is on the field, Melodious monsters you control cannot be targeted by card effects or be destroyed by battle. And with Elegy, special summon Melodious monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects if this card was special summoned. And all fairy type monsters you control gain 300 attack. So this prevents them from being destroyed, and this prevents them from being targeted or destroyed by battle. Now there are ways to get over it, like tribute over them with a kaiju, or bounce them, non-target bounce, which very relevant. It's just not happening as often, so it is pretty cool to see your opponent struggle while you have both of these on the field. The only problem is there's not much of a win condition after that. 3 cannon, because you're trying to special summon, so you can potentially make rank 4 plays. And these can get, I guess, kind of big if you have Elegy and the level 3 out. But it's less relevant. It's more just rank 4 spam. Soprano, this is your main way of fusing besides polymerization. You just use monsters you control to fuse with. Solo, it's kind of like your Photon Thrasher. If your opponent controls a monster and you don't, you can special summon this from your hand. And then when it's destroyed by battle, sent to the grave, you can special summon 1 Melodious monster from your deck. 2 can kind of get cloggy, but opening with it outside of the combo is alright, because you can just like set this, and then if they destroy it, then you get your Melodious or the other piece of the Melodious combo that you don't have. But this is very slow. Giant Rat and things like that aren't very relevant, so this card is not very relevant. But is a name. And then 3 Sonata. This card can just special summon itself. You control Melodious monsters, and they gain 500 attack and defense. All fairies do, at least. So this is just a way to boost them up and a way to maintain board presence. But this is probably the most important way you're getting your cards, and that is the Seraph Engine, the Sovereignty Scepter. We're playing 3 and 3. You'll see why later. Some people like to play 2, but for this 3 is kind of necessary. This is your main way that you are making any aggressive plays. You can pop cards with this, draw cards with this, and you can make a rank 4 Exes with 3 material, like Ouroboros or Deltaros, to make even more extension plays, or defensive plays. And then hand traps, 3 Ogre, 2 Ash, I'd play 3 if I had it, and 1 Max C. So 6 for me, but I would play 7 if I had the 3rd Ash. And the reason we're playing 3 Sovereignty instead of 2 is Desires. So we're trying to, like, since this deck is very inconsistent, we're trying to dig for the pieces that we don't have so we can get them into the grave. Or we're trying to dig for the Call of Haunted back to fronts and the hand traps, as well as the extenders. Because this deck needs a lot of help as far as draw power and just speed in general. 2 Poly, and then my Spicy Tech Future Fusion. This is just another way to get the cards you need into the grave. If you can get a copy of Elegy and Aria into the grave, this is great because you just reveal the card. You reveal one of the fusion monsters, dump the Elegy and the Aria on your second standby phase. And then if you have Soul Charge or Call of Haunted or something like that, you can just pick those cards back up from the grave. And these are just ways to get your cards off the field. So Dark Hole plays a role of getting your cards in the field as well as being a board wipe, and then Foolish Burial is pretty self-explanatory. Just getting you either Elegy or Elegy. Yeah, I don't know why I forgot the name for a second. Elegy and Aria into the grave. This is pretty much what that card's role is. And this is just to get all of your stuff out of the grave, because we are playing the Melodiouses from the grave so that we can get them special summoned as quickly as we can until we get Ostinato. And then I play 3 Call and 2 Back to the Front. Honestly, I'd probably play 3 Back to the Front and 2 Call, but I can't find my 3rd Back to the Front to keep it G. Potentially I would play 3 and 3 because you're trying to see this very quickly, because when you fuse, obviously your pieces are in the grave, your Elegy and your Aria, or if you don't have the Elegy in grave, essentially these are just there to get your Melodiouses back onto the field special summoned, where they gain effects. Mainly Aria and Elegy. That's 40. Onto the extra deck. 2 Bloom, this isn't happening a lot. You're not really going into your fusions as much and trying to keep them on the field, but this is one that you want to keep on the field. 2 SUBSCRBIE, Schuberta, I guess. I call it SUBSCRBIE. Pretty relevant, I guess, like battle effect. And then Bloom, pretty cool card, the newest one. Gains 300 attack for each fusion. Material used for this, and this card can make a 2nd attack during each battle phase. So these are kind of like your quote-unquote win conditions outside of this insane card. Let's just read this effect for those of you who do not know what this card does. Can't be destroyed by battle or card effect. Also, you take no battle damage from attacks involving this card. And if this card battles a special summon monster after damage calc, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the difference between the original attack of that opponent's monster and this card, and if you do, destroy that opponent's monster. So, very relevant effect. The fact that it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects is very cool, because you're trying to attack into big monsters and then force them to take damage as well as popping them. And then these are just kind of your extra aggression on top of everything. Then your rank 4s. These are the ones you're probably going into most, Ouroboros and Deltaros, because you can rip a card out of your opponent's hand. And you get the draw with a Scepter effect when you first summon it. But if you're going turn 1, you're going to need something to set and pop, which is alright. Or just pop one of your own monsters. The rest is all utility. It's stuff you're rarely going into. Dweller, Baguska, Tsukiyomi for the draw, Castel for the spot removal, Diamond Eye for the spot removal, Tornado Dragon for the spot removal, and the Utopia package to get over big stuff and a lot of back row. This deck is, like I said, very slow, very casual, and honestly doesn't have much of a win condition, but man, oh man, is it funny to see your opponent try to get over the Aria Elegy soft lock of not being able to target, destroy, or destroy them by battle or destroy them by card effects or target them. Very cool effects, very funny lock, and I hope you enjoy getting this lock out as much as I try to do. It's not the most consistent deck in the world, but like I said before, the trolls are fun. Let me know what you think of the deck down in the comment section below. One thing I know I do not play is First Movement Solo, and the reason I do not play that is because it conflicts with the Seraph engine. If you open that and a Seraph, you have to essentially sacrifice... You have to summon essentially like an Aria or something, and then you sacrifice the Seraph engine, which I think personally is a little bit better than just opening one Melodious Diva that doesn't do a whole lot by itself, whereas Scepter gets you a card. Therefore, I don't want cards conflicting with trying to get into this lock. So that is why I do not play First Solo Movement. And I don't think you should either, unless you're trying, I guess, to turbo these guys out, turbo these girls out, which I don't think is as important, or turbo your Melodious. Obviously, turboing these out is important, but First Movement Solo does not get you this, or First Solo Movement does not get you this. It does get you this. If you like it, that's cool. Personally, I think it conflicts a lot with the Seraph engine. If you don't play it, then play the Solo Movement card. But, till next time, y'all, this is Oxen Plus 2 TCG, signing out.